Alright. Good morning. Hello. Bonjour. Gamers. Of all kinds. Now, there's another Chris Allen recap. Number 11. I think. I hope. It's really early in the morning. I have nothing better to do. And I kind of don't know what to do. I've been playing zombies all morning. I just finished and I was like, you know what? Let me talk about ADCs. Let's have a Chris Allen recap where I actually don't talk about zombies in it, even though I've already done that. But let's have a Chris Allen recap without Call of Duty for once. But anyway, hopefully this should be a short one. It might be a messy one because I thought of the topic 1 minute ago and I was like, you know, let me talk about this. And it's just the state of ADs, more specifically how angry I am about the Samira changes, but in general, why I'm upset at how Riot handles ADs. So, if you do or do not know, if you play League of Legends, hopefully you would know, my favorite role of the marksman role, the role that historically is very weak early and scales later on in the game to be really strong, but needs protection and needs, another role to kind of be dedicated to them, has basically gotten fucked in League of Legends. Now, this might be because I'm in decently low elo, because I don't bother or really care to play ranked. But in general, I saw something recently that prompted this, and it was the change list of how they're nerfing some people. So, in jungle, Lilia is, pretty decently good. Mostly in pro play. I'll give it to them, like, in solo queue and stuff. Okay, she's not that high win rate. But in pro play, she's pretty fucking good. Now, this is my whole problem. My first problem with Riot and how they hate ADCs is the balancing they do. So Lilia, one of the quote-unquote best junglers in pro play, barely receives any nerfs that are coming in the next PBE cycle. She's getting, like, what, a couple seconds shaved off her ulti? Whoa, that's pretty crazy, Riot. Let's calm down here. But in general, you see what they do to someone like Samira, whose pro presence hasn't been that great, and whose win rate is ironically fine, in Riot's own words themselves. And they just gut her. They gut her, and why? Because, number one, they say it's because people are upset about it. But realistically, number two, it's because they hate AD. Because people are upset about a lot of things in every single role. Look at mid lane Katarina. Look at fucking top lane... Okay, I don't know. Top lane, everyone's kind of ass. But look at jungle, fucking Lilia Hecarim. Like, nonsense. But for some reason, whenever an ADC is ridiculous, they have to get gutted. Look at Aphelios, look at Samira. But then you have people like Akali who, when they're rampant, they're let to be rampant for years. The only other example of anything like this, in my opinion, happening to any other person in any role that's not AD is what happened to Aurelion Sol. And for you ASOL mains, my heart goes out to you, because if we lived in an alternate universe where Riot didn't fuck him too, I would have been an ASOL main, because I love ASOL. But, anyway. Another problem I have is the selective nerfing of ADCs. So, in general, Riot only wants a couple ADs to be good. And ironically enough, contrast to this picture I have up here that I thought was pretty funny, because it's fucking true. In general, Riot just likes to have the same ADs be good. Varus is like flip-flop, sometimes they nerf Varus, sometimes they buff Varus. Varus isn't like the wave. But in general, they like Kai'Sa, they love Jhin. God forbid Jhin is not that good. Oh god, hold on. Excuse me. God forbid Jhin is not that good. Ezreal they really like. Ashe is decent. Like, they like Ashe a little bit. They love Caitlyn for some fucking reason. I have no clue why. But in general, there's certain ADs that, they just want to be good. And there's other ADs that just get the shaft. And my problem is, it's mostly the new ones. Aphelios got gutted. Yes, he's still good. I mean, he's okay, I guess. He's a shadow of what he once was. Kind of the same thing with Samira, although they are buffing her. But in general, like, you're taking all these new fun ideas that people, especially me, an ADC main for many, many years, like and think are good, and then you nerf them in a role that doesn't have much relevance anyway. And you know this is true, because look at people like I'm a Cutie Pie, the ADC extraordinaire. He fucking left League of Legends because the game became something he just fucking hated, where ADC was the most useless pile of shit there was in the game. And to be honest with you, it kind of still is. But regardless, do I have any closing thoughts on this? I'm trying to think. I mean, that's basically it. Just to reiterate the point that, you know, Riot doesn't care about ADs, and if an AD gets fed, it's so easy to shut them down. And this picture really is perfect in exemplifying my point. If the top laner is 5-0-3, the support will literally leave you. The Yuumi will leave you for the top laner. But if you're 5-0-3, you look like a snack to the enemy team. Now, maybe that's for balance reasons, like, oh, you can't have two people in a lane, and if one of them gets fed, you just dominate, because then the power distribution's unequal, which I agree with. But come on, for the glass cannon role, come on, people are not scared of a 5-0-3 AD. And the last actually problem I just remembered before I end this video off is the fucking that has happened to my lane. And this is a long time issue, and I don't know why Riot allows this, because should this happen to any other lane, they fix it fucking mad quickly. They fucking beat the shit. They break the legs of other people in the other fucking lanes. Prime example, Soraka Sona. Soraka and Sona, from what I believe recently, like maybe past year or two, used to go top. They got fucking smacked on the fucking face with Riot's big fat nerf cock, because Riot was like, no, that shit's not flying. But when mages start going in the bot lane, when Yasuo and Yone start going in the bot lane as ADCs, Riot thinks it's healthy. Riot thinks it's good. Riot wants to encourage it. Bruh. And then when they're nerfed because they're overcrowding the actual ADC role, guess what happens? They go to the support role. I can't say how disappointed I am from the fact, now maybe it has to do with player mentality, which is still, in my opinion, Riot's fault, because they make ADC weak. Like, they make the thought that ADCs are weak in everyone's mind. I don't think anyone thinks ADCs are too strong besides maybe Hishinshin, but he's stupid. So, my whole thing is, when I used to play in Season 4, 5, 6, there was actually, I would say an over 60% chance, maybe even 70%, that I would get a support. I have no numbers to back that up. I'm kind of just pulling that number out of my ass for all transparency. But I feel like it's accurate. Most of the time, more than anything, back then, you used to get a support in your fucking lane. Now, more than anything, I would say less than half the time I get an actual support. I usually get someone who's playing some stupid-ass mage or some stupid-ass troll pick that they think is a support, like Shaco. God help me. I don't know why I've been getting this recently, but like, support Shaco, support Lux, support Xerath, like, support Ziggs. Like, are you shitting me? What is this? These are not supports. And then you have the fucking pseudo fake supports, like, you know, Brand, Senna. Like, yo, come on. Come on. What are you guys doing? But anyway. Yeah, so in general, it might be a player mentality thing, but even then, the mentality can be shaped by Riot themselves. But in general, I'm just really sad on how shit AD is, and it doesn't really seem to be getting better, especially since preseason came out, and, you know, the new season came out. Crit ADCs got nerfed. Yeah, they might have spread out the stats a little bit, but still, it's overall, in my opinion, still a nerf. The only two really good ADCs are Kai'Sa and Jhin, and that's because they have, like, abuse in their kits that they can just put on the enemy. Jhin with his ridiculous amount of damage, and Kai'Sa with her bullshit AD, AP, fucking missing health kill. Like, the only thing about the AD rule that's good are the ADs that are gimmicky and just have overloaded kits. Kai'Sa and fucking Jhin. Aside from that, the other ADs are getting back up there because Riot's slowly giving them, like, crumbs. But even then, the rule is just ridiculously weak. That's basically all I have to say. And again, I made this video right off the dome, as always, so it's bound to be shitty, but my ideas are out there. So I hope you found this enlightening. If not enlightening, I hope you found my rambling to be at least a little enjoyable and entertaining. I will be out of here until hopefully the next Chris Allen recap. I'm going to figure out what to do with the rest of my day. So, later.